Hello, guys, and welcome back to No Limit Sports. I'm Jonathan, and thank you for joining me for my second Yankees recap of the season. I just wanted to let you guys know that going forward, I'm going to be doing these recaps every time the Yankees win. I don't think I have kind of the time or the desire to do them every single day, just because there's not going to be enough to highlight for me, and I want to make sure that I'm keeping things fresh and keeping things interesting. And I'm also not going to have any desire to talk about Yankee games after they lose. So just expect these to come after wins exclusively. But for today, I want to just give a quick preview of yesterday's game. Went a little bit better for the Yankees yesterday. They won 5-3 against those young Blue Jays. Corey Kluber pitched a good game, 4 innings, 1 earned run. He gave up a home run on his final swing of the day to Marcus Semien before getting pulled. Marcus Semien has had a good series so far, so this wasn't necessarily surprising, but it gave you a little bit of question whether or not Kluber should be facing Semien the third time through that order. And that's actually something that I'm going to highlight a little bit today. And also wanted to touch upon Stripling. Ross Stripling went 3 1/3 and pitched for 3 earned runs. So not a bad day for Ross. The Blue Jays aren't expecting too much out of him. He wasn't supposed to be their number 2 starter, but injuries have kind of decimated that staff a little bit at the moment, so he's filling in the 2 hole. The biggest play of today was a bloop single by Jay Bruce. I think it's just fitting that not only on his birthday that he has the play of the day, but a bloop single is the play of the day. I mean, you'll watch a baseball game and 5, 6, 7 balls just smoked right at infielders or outfielders, and you're like, damn, that really could have gone down. And then the big play of the day is a bloop single. So it shows the beauty of baseball, and I'm just going to touch upon that a little bit and show some of the peripherals from that hit, and then touch a little bit about defensive alignment and third time through the order. So yesterday, the big play of the day was Jay Bruce's bloop single into left field. This was a big play in the game and something that I'm not sure a lot of Yankee fans expected. It's ironic because the shift for Jay Bruce has 4 infielders on the right side, and he gets jammed with the sinker and he bloops one into left field. It shows the irony of baseball, the beauty of baseball, and so I'm going to take a look at and break that down a little bit. So I'm going to roll the video here, and we're going to see that Jay Bruce got jammed on a 2-2 pitch with 2 outs. Tim Mesa threw him a 95.1 mile per hour sinker with 2,096 rotations per minute. So this is a pretty average sinker. We took a look at a really elite sinker yesterday. This is a good sinker thrown at 95 on his hands, but Jay Bruce had enough to muscle it off. The exit velocity on this was 70.9 miles per hour at a 33-degree launch angle. So I think that this is kind of a little bit of a show of why launch angle is so valued in baseball right now. So although this isn't the best way to show it, yesterday we took a look at Judge as the biggest play of the game, and he hit a ground ball that was absolutely smoked at -6 degrees of launch angle. And Bruce hit a ball off his hands today, flared it in the air at 33 degrees of launch angle, and it got down for 2 RBIs. So that's kind of a microcosm for that revolution where put the ball in the air, good things are going to happen. Put the ball on the ground, not as good things are going to happen. So this was the biggest play of the day, and happy birthday to Jay Bruce for getting 2 RBIs and getting the game winner. So today I chose to take a look at Corey Kluber throughout his career and take a look at what his numbers look like the first time, second time, and third time through the batting order. So yesterday, as I mentioned, he got to face Marcus Semien for a third time, and Marcus Semien did hit a home run off of him. So I was watching, and I was very surprised that they let him face Semien for the third time. As you saw in the Game 6 of the last World Series, Blake Snell was taken out very early in the game, even well before people thought he should have. This is something that I talked with Professor Andy Anders about on my last podcast, and something that I wrote a blog post about that you can check out on my website. But the third time through the order right now in baseball is a real thing. Just like I mentioned, the launch angle is a real thing. It's a real thing. So Corey Kluber got to face Semien yesterday for the third time, and it didn't go very well. So I put together a little workbook, which I'm going to link down below. I did a basically a nice little case study on Corey Kluber, compiled a bunch of his stats and found some of his averages throughout his career. And so the numbers look like this. His soft hit percentage, the first time through the order, is 27.82%. His medium hit percent is 46.58%, and his hard hit percent is 23.58%. So very good numbers. And then the hard hit percent doesn't necessarily jump too much, but it does jump to 25.38% the second time he sees a hitter. And then the third time he sees a hitter, the hard hit percent jumps to 38.4%. And these are throughout his career. So these numbers tell you that the numbers do reflect what baseball minds are thinking, where the more you see a pitcher sees a hitter, the more likely he is to have success. And I also did a little bit of his advanced numbers, not just his StatCast numbers, where I found that his numbers do take a small step forward, where his walks and hits per innings pitched, which also is known as WHIP, goes from 1.18 in his first time seeing a hitter to 1.5 in his third time seeing a hitter. So I'm not sure if this was factored into the decision yesterday. Maybe the Yankees just wanted to see what he looks like against Semien. And of course, I'm not going to question Aaron Boone's decision because he's the Yankees manager and I am not. And who am I to say that he should have taken out Kluber, he shouldn't, what he should be doing? I'm just here to give you guys the facts, and you guys can make your own decision. So today we got the rubber game at the stadium, the deciding game of the series, who's going to win their first series of the year. The Blue Jays are going to be sending TJ Zoke to the mound, and the Yankees are going to be sending Domingo Germán, both their first starts of the year. So go Yanks, and let's take the series.